Jones, back in my kitchen table topics. Once again, this is January the 16th, 2013. Kitchen table topics. They always say, what does the average American talk about in the kitchen? You know, when they're cooking a dinner, they're preparing dinner, kitchen table. This is the kitchen table of my American home. Kitchen table topics. And guess what happened today, January the 16th, 2013? The president had a conference. What's the topic? Guns. Guns, guns, guns. Guns is big now. Everybody's talking about guns. Why? Because all of these killings that are popping up all over the country, and nobody is trying to help the situation. We have a serious gun issue in this country, and nobody really wants to address it. Why? Because of people in industries like the NRA, National Rifle Association. Oh, they don't want to address this serious, horrible, tragic situation. Why? Because they are getting paid, and they are very powerful in this Washington Congress town. You know, they pay all these people to not speak about the guns because they want to keep the guns coming. The moment President Obama got elected in 2008, the gun sales went to the moon. No, not to the roof. They went to the moon. Okay, they soared, and they continue to soar. And with this re-election that is coming up, the inauguration coming up in a matter of 4 days, okay, the gun sales continue to soar. They're going past the moon. They're trying to make their own level. It's astronomical, the numbers of gun sales that are going on. So, of course, NRA don't want anybody to talk about it because they are making so much money. And that's what counts in America. Remember, that is the #1 thing that counts. Money, greed. White America is so drunk with greed. They are so privileged. They are so used to being free. They're so used to being privileged. They're so used to doing anything and everything they want that they don't think about it anymore. They just do it. And they suffer the repercussions after the fact, but they just go do it. They don't care if it's right or wrong. They don't think about the moral issue of their actions. They don't even think. They're just so used to being privileged and so white and so free that whatever they think in their mind, they just do. And they don't care. They have no moral compass in their mind. This may not be a moral thing to do. This may not be fair to other people. They don't care. They do what they want. So white folks are upset. These gun-slinging white people who are so upset. This is my constitutional right. Well, the president had a conference today that the whole country was waiting for. And he put down the laws. He said no, he's going to use every power from his office, his executive power, that means, every power he can, to put some kind of handle on this bad gun situation that we have here. Do people understand? This is an epidemic. It is a problem. We're killing ourselves. I have friends all over this world, and one of my friends said to me, you know what? Tell white people thanks. Because guess what? The blame is off us now. They're not blaming us anymore because they're killing themselves. And they don't have any moral thoughts about it. They don't care. They're killing their own babies. They're killing their mothers. They're killing people. They don't care, and it's okay. They want all of this power, all these guns. Who are they fighting? Where? What's the reason for all these guns? Because we have a black president? They think President Obama is going to give all the black people guns and take all the white people's guns and shoot everybody. And this is the least violent man. He's not going to. Black people are not going to attack white people. We don't want to fight. All we want in this world is equality, not fighting, not violence. Violence begets violence. Do they understand that? All they're saying is they can't handle it completely. Nobody can handle every situation completely, but let's get some kind of common sensible handle on it. Let's just get a handle on this, okay? Because it is out of control. Anytime a young kid goes and shoots little tiny babies, these are babies. It doesn't matter what color they are. This is morally wrong. Do you understand? You can't hurt no babies. Don't hurt babies. What's wrong with them? They're trying to say now that the president had his conference. He said, listen, let's have a limit on the clips, okay? you can kill 50, 60 people at once. You know? So he said, let's put a handle on it. Let's make sure we do a serious background check all across the country. Let's check them out. Make sure they don't have no mental issues. Let's make sure they don't have no criminal issues. Is that wrong? Is that unfair? That's only common sense. Let's use your mind. Forget about the color and the money. Let's try to set that on the side. Let's try to be sensible. He also says, listen, all those little parties that they have, them little private selling parties about those guns, and they're just not checking nobody. They're just taking straight cash off under the table, over the table. Private gun sales, okay, are to the roof. They said they're like 40%. If the guns, any gun, you could buy a gun. You could buy a gun just as easy as you could buy a dozen of eggs. Do you understand? Okay? Who is everybody killing? Because why are we? Is this war? Is this the war zone? Are we in Iraq? Is this another war? Because I don't know what happened. Why are we fighting so much? It makes no sense. White people. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm going to go forward with this, but I tell you, my mind, I think a lot of things, so I got to tell you, I'm going to share my thoughts with you, see what you think. I think it's some kind of conspiracy for these young killers. I don't know, I have no way to know, but I think it's some kind of conspiracy, these young killers. I think they get on the internet, and I think they all talk to each other. Okay, I'm going to go shoot the movie theater. Okay, I'm going to go shoot at the mall. Okay, I'm going to go shoot at the school. Because they all do the same thing. They all wear black. They get into this ninja theme, you know. They have a black mask, all black, bulletproof vest, and then they just go killing everybody. They walk in there like the Matrix, all black down, and they go killing everybody. Then they kill themselves, and it seems like there's a pattern. So it seems like and they're all young. So it seems like, you know, all the little mental people, ones a little slightly mental, they all get together on the line, and then after the president's conference. And he had children there. He had the parents of those victims who died at the school, those babies who died. All the people started talking. Rush Limbaugh started talking. Oh my God, he's using the babies. Oh, he's boo-hoo, he's crying. They're using the babies. We don't want to die. Rush Limbaugh, oh my God, this man, he is like, he's just complete evil. He's evil for me. He's evil because he has no compassion. All he cares about is him and his few people who listen to him. And that is evil. Why? He's sending messages to these people. It's a small group of people, those militia people, those militia groups, those little white skinheads, all them little hate white groups. They're growing all over the country, as well as the gun sales are growing. Those militia groups are growing, and Rush Limbaugh is feeding that. He's putting water on that, and he's inciting more violence, you know. And it's okay because he has no conscience, no moral conscience. It's okay because he gets paid and he keeps his show going, and he is putting out more and more violence and evil. So I call that man evil, and I go up against him because I am for the good, and I say I'm for the good, and I believe this president is for the good, and I support this president in his effort to try and put a handle on these things, okay? You can't cure it. It's not a cure-all, but at least he's going to try to put some kind of handle on what's going on, okay? I just want to think about, what does other countries think about when they see us? What do the other countries think? Because these people disrespect the president so much, and they go against him so much. Everything he says, everything he does. No, no, no. They want to impeach him now because he's talking about guns. He's trying to stop gun violence in the country. So now they're talking impeachment. Rush Limbaugh's making jokes. Do they realize that when they cold diss our president, they cold dissing themselves? You know, we're all in this country together, and other countries looking at us. We're a joke. We are an embarrassment. I'm embarrassed of the way these people are acting. Just because we have a black president, oh my God, just because, oh my God, the white people can't have their way anymore. Oh, nobody's even stopping their way. We're just trying to make sure there is a safe way for everyone, a common sense way for everyone. Is that so wrong? Oh my God. You should hear the headlines. Oh, the headlines. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid. the white, the people from the NRA, they believe it's more like these videos we gotta watch. But if you believe it's bad, those video games and those bloody video games, then why would they come out with a video for 4-year-olds? A video for 4-year-olds where the kids get to shoot caskets and all that. So that's just dumb, and it's just hypocritical. Because if you're saying that it's these videos is what causing all these violence, why would you make a video? Isn't that dumb? That makes no sense. And then they're going to say, oh, the president's using his kids. He reminds me of Saddam Hussein who used kids. Well, if that's how you feel, why would the NRA put a video out the same day? The same day. They put a video out today. The NRA put a video out saying, using the president's children. Talk about the president's a hypocrite. He got his children protected by armed officers. So, but he doesn't want your kids protected by armed officers because, oh, the NRA people, they think that every school, every teacher, every principal needs to come to school with their book bag for the studies and they're packing their guns just for the crazy kids who want to come hurt them. That's just stupid, makes no sense. And if there's anything we could do about it, let's think about it sensibly. But let's not pack our teachers with a 9mm right away. Let's just wait and think about that first. Somebody gonna get hurt more than the bad guy, okay? So if NRA puts a video out and they're talking about the president's kids, isn't that being hypocritical? That's a hypocrite. You're saying the president can't use the children and the victims of the real life stuff, but you're putting out behind fake ass videos talking about his children being protected. Every president's children and family is protected in this country, as in every country. They're protected by civil service people. That's a known fact. It's been going on for years. So don't try to make it sound like he's the only one doing it and he's exploiting it and being a hypocrite. No, you NRA people are being hypocritical because you don't want nobody to do nothing you want. You think you're the president. You think you're bigger than the president. You think you're God because you got money. And you know what? It's blowing up in your face because you're wrong. You're wrong again, and now the president's taking it to the people. That's the way it's going to happen, because change does not come from Washington. Change comes from the people, and he's taking it to the ground, and I support this president. We're taking it to the ground, to the grassroots people, all the people, and that's what we're going to see. NRA, you made enough money. How much you need? My God, they got billions and millions and billions. How much more money do you need? Okay? You're drunk. You're drunk with your own greed. Get over yourself. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Enough is enough. I support my president. I just want to say, I want to make sure I say everything that I need to say, because you know what? We're going to stay on top of this and every other issue. And guess what? The inauguration is coming up next week, and we're going to watch that too. And they better not hurt him, because you know what? I believe he's for the good. And against this evil, I say, because I'm a true believer in our Creator, and he says no weapons formed against us shall prosper when you're trying to do good. So you know what? Y'all sit down and get a grip on yourself and stop all this crazy mess and help stop the violence. We don't want more violence. We're supposed to be civilized, thinking people. We have brains. We are of the human race. We have brains. Can we use them? Rush Limbaugh, I'm on your ass. You better watch what you say, because I'm going to get you. I'm coming for you, because you're wrong and the damn day is long. Stay tuned. This is what I'm thinking about. This is what I'm talking about. Kitchen Table Topics. Kitchen Table Topics. See you next time.